I feel like I'm ready to throw up for some reason.
I guess welcome to the stream on that note. Goodness. Tonight's going to be a wonderful night as Sab leads us into nauseating combat. I'll wait for Sab to return with your drink.
I said water, and he comes back with like some weird soda.
I look exceptionally good tonight, I know.
I can't even see you right now because I'm
I
still
know.
writing down my spells.
It's
So I don't
delighting.
have to waste paper by printing out the exact same crap.
Tay.
There- Get you back to your computer. We're live.
Yeah, really, man. Get the damn water and return. The end. Eat at Arby's.
I don't.
Oh, that's what I forgot. Let me pull up Hero Lab. Would it help any? No. Nothing ever helps in the end. Eat at Arby's.
It doesn't even matter.
You just got brownied.
That's so. I'm done.
So am I, apparently. Alright, finally we can start session 28 because Sab's slacking off. He automatically loses his hero point for the night. So,
That's
gone.
savage.
Savage, brutal. Alright, I'm using somebody else's map today for Bastion because I didn't have the time to just go in and make a huge map. So ignore all the names. This is the Citadel thing. We're going to say that over here near this little bit of farmland, this little tiny farm is where Brithin's house is, which is Sab's Rage Prophet grandmother. When we last left off, Seda.
There's a bunch of them.
I said this one. I clearly
Your
highlighted
pointer's
it.
not showing up.
I'm highlighting. Oh,
Like
you guys
House
can't see.
Bag.
There.
Okay. Now, where's the Citadel at, though?
By
Alright.
the way, did you make
Okay.
that into a quote?
That's the
House
Citadel.
douchebag.
Yes, please make that a quote. More like
Alright.
House Douchebag.
Alright. So, when we last left off, Seda did her. What was the
Augury.
building? Augury, thank you. She did her augury based on a question of if they went to the Citadel and tried to go in through the front door, what would happen, and then she had terrible visions of a silver skeletal figure screaming out, letting out a banshee scream, and then she like snapped back to basically. She has yet to explain what she saw, so we'll get to that. Everybody's around Brithin's dinner table. Bert naked. Holy crap, it has been forever. Welcome back.
Hey, Bert.
I'm missing out on gold. Ah.
That's not important. Jeez.
It is important.
So, Seda, what do you do?
Um,
A lot of stuff. They're about to, I think, begin a raid on a citadel. Really, just the town's major watchtower.
You alright, Seda?
trying to think of how to phrase this.
We're fucked.
No.
Should we
So,
go ask if we can walk in?
you guys know how how you have like pool of metallic liquid that if you dip something in it, it comes out all shiny and stuff?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
it's like someone got held up by the hair and just tipped in there slowly and then pulled back out, and it's like this shiny metallic skeleton. Right?
What kind of check would that be? An Arcana check?
No.
And it was screaming at me. Specifically me.
Huh.
So don't
Spooky.
be knocking on the door.
Typically,
So
Tay.
Scary skeletons.
Typically, when somebody mentions something about a walking skeleton there, and you want to know more about it, you take the brownie candy thing out of your mouth and you roll a knowledge religion check.
Never take the thing out of your mouth.
Smile.
Rule number one.
See them shit-stained teeth. She's trying so hard to keep her mouth closed. Chunks of dookie all between your teeth. Welcome to
Doesn't
Georgia.
Io have
Trying
religion?
to find my. There it is.
Io has religion too, I think.
All right. I assume that's Tay's.
It says it right there.
Shh, no, it doesn't. And I'm going to assume that that's Io's.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you've, in opening up your magic shop, have had some extra books to read over, and some of the stuff you recently looked over was stuff on undead. That would be some sort of undead, corporeal and incorporeal kind of creature. Like, it's the perfect combination. Basically, OOCly, it's something trying to become a lich. They're going through the process. It's rumored that liches in Eberron, liches are golden skeletons.
Bitches.
Okay.
So that basically
I'll
pimps
go ahead
from
and
beyond
tell
the
them
grave.
character knowledge.
Would her knowledge have told her any of the abilities or
No.
Weaknesses.
No.
nothing?
Liches are considered legendary and mythical. They're not even really, nobody thinks that they're real. We know that demi-liches exist, but they're normally holed off in the far north, in remote cold regions, living out their prolonged undeath until satisfied with either whatever it is they wanted to stay alive for so long for. I'm cutting out. I'm not cutting out for the viewers, but no, it's just for you. Yeah, it's
Seda
refresh.
just froze and is silent on my screen as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Oh,
So back to it. No, your best guess would be something like a very powerful wizard. Normally,
With lots of
those who
spell
pursue lichdom are some form of wizard in their former life, and they pursue normally not for evil causes, though it is a very evil act to become a demi-lich. They pursue knowledge, from what you read on. But there are those who pursue it for eternal life and power.
So Sarah's gonna look over at her grandmother and say, "What have these attacks really consisted of? Have they just been random zombies and things that showed up, or have you actually seen either the Draco Lich or the Demi Lich at all?"
So Britton looks over and answers with, "We've seen the skeletal dragon take flight over our town, but cast no spells or bring no plague to the inside of the walls. We've had faint rumors along the alleyways of the injured that say that they've seen this silver skeleton with raggedy red and white hair."
Where did they say they'd seen it? On the battlefield?
No, most of them in their dreams.
Okay,
kind of.
this is something that Sab should probably just know offhand. Two things: does Bastion have a sewer system?
No.
Okay. Does Bastion use well water, or do they have like a spring, or do they have it brought in, or do they have somebody who just does like create water as their job?
No, the way that, let me drag this off the side here. This was supposed to come with it, but it decided not to. What a lazy circle. What a straight lazy circle. I'm going to say that based on where they're located, I'm going to say that they have a well system.
Okay. Does the Citadel have its own well, private well inside? Or does the town share?
You
one
open
well?
up the map and you look it over, and you do not see that it has its own well system, but you do note that there is an actual room on the second floor that is a bathhouse for the Citadel Elite.
So they've got to be getting water in somehow. From somewhere.
Or create water in there.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. We didn't know. Does Sab's grandmother know? Do you happen to know what the guard force is, or how many are stationed inside the Citadel? Even like a rough guess.
Not anymore. It can't be more than a dozen, though, because all of the locally employed guards, like your friend, I forget what we named your friend.
Mike Beston.
Thank you, Mike Beston.
None of them work in the Citadel anymore.
They're not allowed in the Citadel. From what we've seen, they walk the streets. They have guards stationed at their house to keep them safe, but they do not reside in the Citadel as they used to.
Looking over the blueprints, can we use? Who's got It's not architecture in this. It's engineering, right?
Right. Yep, Garrett and Tay
Are
all have
there
that.
first off? Are there any other entrances other than the main one? Are there any basements to the place?
No, the dungeon is the basement, and there's no entrance through there. There is a first and second floor. Then there's a towering spiral staircase that goes up to the actual watchtower on top, which is about 60 feet up.
I accidentally clicked that, but I mean I was gonna make an engineering check, but
It used to. Just a moment.
Okay,
It
so-
used to be that. This is
was
just to
an
answer.
engineering
Hang on, guys.
check.
This is to answer Bert. That Seda crazy macro I actually need to take off of there. That used to be with her crazy curse. It was part of her oracle curse. There. So it was her character that was cursed, but is no longer. Okay, back to you guys. So we got a 9
so-
in engineering.
yeah.
Tay goes,
Is
oh
there-
right, I
does
don't
it-
know shit about buildings.
Yep.
Okay,
I don't know shit about
Garrett,
this
do you
building.
think based on how large or what size the dungeon is there any way that we could get underground to get to it?
No.
Alright. No?
The dungeon takes 2 stair rows down, 2 stair spirals down, and it is pretty well underground.
Okay.
Okay, looking at the map, do we see a way in that isn't the front door?
No.
Or
You see
these
just the
first-
front door or the watchtower. If you had like a grappling hook or something, you could probably try going in over the top, or just through the front door.
Just use fly.
Yeah, fly would also work. Everybody looks over to Firu.
Does with Garrett if Garrett does an engineering check, is there any chance that he could find something? Since Taze was terrible.
Yeah, so he can probably figure out something out more. I'm just describing what you guys are studying. But if he gets high enough, he might find like a structural weakness or something like that.
Alright, let's see if I can do it.
Don't fuck it up.
Don't say that, now I'm gonna fuck it up.
Uh-uh.
Thanks, Ty!
No, look what I rolled. I rolled a 1. There's no way it's gonna roll 1 twice in a row. And I knock on wood.
Why did you just say that?
I knocked on wood.
Doesn't matter.
So,
Dice care not for
engineering
wood.
plus 7.
Alright,
See?
fantastic. You look it over and realize that this is actually, it's not, the building itself wasn't made by dwarves, but these are dwarven plans. So the structure is rather sound. you don't find any like weak spots or anything like that. You do verify that there are no secret doors, at least made on the map. And there's nothing that's marked. There's nothing secret as you look over the blueprints. It is just the entrance. Either enter through the watchtower above, or through the front door.
Alright.
Well, we
So
already
we-
know front doors. Go.
So I can't pull out a map and go, I solemnly swear I'm up to no good.
Nope. You attempt to, and nothing happens with the map.
Damn.
A red boxing glove comes out the bottom and punches you in the nads.
Yeah. Did my nads then glow trying to heal themselves?
Exactly.
So asking grandmother, is there how many? You said that we'd already lost some of our forces here. How many are either still in the town right now and are not out scouting, and how many could be back very quickly, within a few hours tops? What portion?
She explains that they are not that well organized. Everything's
Yeah,
kind of
'cause-
scattered, and the shifters,
Typical
the shifters
Yeah.
that were once united as a small force, kind of getting together with this with Bastion, have since broken off and gone into their familial tribes again. So as far as ebb and claws, you might have 6 decent fighters on hand at any given time.
It's looking like both of our options are bad ones and would easily be seen trying to get in there. The whole purpose of the watchtower is so that you're high enough up you can see people approaching, and if you try and go over the top, you'll definitely be spotted.
Yeah.
So, we already know what happens if we try and go in the front.
She
I
does say
guess.
that she if you're saying this aloud, she kind of cuts in and
Yeah.
says that from our reports, though, there's never more than 2 people on the watchtower, and only one of them carries a ranged weapon.
So we could probably get up there without being stopped, but we'd definitely be spotted.
Fear kind of chimes in and says,
So,
I can turn invisible now, but I mean, I know some of you can already do that too.
he can
Can
do
what?
what?
Fear can turn invisible.
What? Cool.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah, yes. What was it?
Invisibility. I have invisibility as well.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to bring up. Is that you guys are able to? Oh, right. That's his mythic thing. Okay.
So we could all do that. I think Tay's got enough castings that we could do that. But her fly would only get her and me up there because she'd have to carry me. But Firuz, if we cast fly on Firuz, he could carry Seda and Garrett. It's not a great plan, but it's better than anything else we've got at the moment. If
We wait till tonight
do you
to do it.
think? Yeah, it'll be dark. But if we wait, we risk something happening or something going on.
Well, we
so-
risk that anyways.
Yeah.
So Sab's essentially just like talking aloud, but still like kind of quiet, so nobody outside would be able to hear easily. Does when you tried to teleport us in, we hit that barrier, right?
Yep.
Does that block you from teleporting out? Or once you're inside, does it block you from teleporting around inside the area?
Tay says it blocks you from teleporting out, in and out. But while
So
inside,
it's
no, that's unless they already have some way. They might have another barrier around there. But you guys haven't gone over to inspect
So
to
they're-
know for sure.
so they're like shells, not like spheres.
Yeah,
Okay. That was-
they're
that
they're
was
like
what I was trying to-
onions. They have layers.
Could Io slip out and just, since she's so small, be able to just get a glance at the tower and see if there's any magic coming off of it?
She
or
could.
as we
she
as
could
we were brought
attempt
into
to,
town,
but-
did we pass by it?
No, you came in through the main road through Bastion. If you look up here,
Mhm.
it's this little part right back down here. So you guys kind of went through this
Yeah.
market, and then Brithen led you over to where she's
Okay.
staying, so you didn't have to go near the Citadel at all.
And Seb's like, do you think they'd notice another shifter? I think they'd probably notice the difference just because of the fact that I've got a giant pink glowy thing, so I don't know if I looked over there if it would be way too totally obvious. So,
I don't know what in the world you were just trying to suggest at all.
if it was,
There.
there's already shifters in the town. They're used to there being shifters around. If somebody was just walking past, I don't know if they'd really notice, but we stand out too much, even just you and I do, just with what we have with us. And
Wait, how do I stand out? just out of curiosity here. I can understand you because you have a glowing freaking weapon. But why would Tay stand out right now?
She's dressed like a slut. Look at that! Look at that girl in that corset over there. She must be a witch.
Clearly.
burn her! Burn the witch!
Witch bikini.
Seda is in a bondage bikini. Oh yes.
Are
Yeah.
you still wearing that bikini right now?
Yep.
It gives me a +3 to AC. I ain't not wearing that.
Alright, if there's anything else we can think of.
Now that
Well,
all
I
my
do
vegan
know-
powers are gone.
What?
The horse stables are. Wait, does that say house stables? Well, horse stables. What does that say?
I don't know. That's why I said ignore the
Oh, that's
words.
right. You did say ignore that because I was like, well, the stables are right there. We could always pass by with Firu. But apparently, no, it's not stables.
Yeah. I don't know who's going to stable houses, but
Good question. I don't know.
I'm getting a little tired of this house. I'm going to go ahead and put it out to the stable.
Okay. I don't know what in the world just happened in chat, but I tabbed over and it just says I attack with titties, and
Yep.
I
That's the
just
chat.
tabbed right
Come on.
back into roll.
You can do this, guys. You can do this. I believe in you.
Okay.
How about, listen, we thought about going straight up to the door. We thought about going over it, maybe around it. Why don't we dig under it?
That's what I was trying to ask about getting into the dungeon. And he said there's no way.
Pretty much.
I just don't think we should go in through the front door.
Because even if there's not another, as I'm trying to think if Sab would have ever been into the Citadel itself.
No, that's
back
against
before all
her
this.
political views as a person. She would not touch anything that's lawful. Yeah, anarchy.
Well, she sure touched Mike Beston, so
Mm-hmm. He wasn't lawful. He was underage.
well maybe he expressed his unlawfulness back then by being in the dungeon when they did it.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Sabrath never got thrown in the dungeon for anything. Damn.
No, Sab got thrown in jail. Two different things. The Citadel's dungeons are reserved for actual punishment. The prisons there are not. The prisons there are suited for the drunken brawls, general
So I
cat girl
assume
slutting.
Probably right there. Probably right there.
Sab often got out by. She has this power where she kind of just smacks her ass against the rails, and after 30 minutes, sometimes 2, she's let out. Glory bars.
It's an extraordinary gift. sometimes a curse.
So that
Okay.
again.
All right.
Why would
so
why would Sphere want her to cover up? He
Well,
got a
so
collar
far
for
it
her.
sounds like the best plan of action is to either go through the tower, take out the two people at top, and then,
well,
or we go in through one of the windows.
Say
or
that
whatever.
that spell you used when we were in that dungeon
Blackross.
that you made the dome out of the walls. That doesn't work on dirt and stuff, does it?
No, it's only stone.
Are these? Is the citadel actually set up so the back of it's right up against woods like that?
No. Imagine that there's a training grounds out behind it, and further
Okay,
back
so
behind there's tree or not trees. There's houses and stuff.
So there's
So
no.
the woods are
cover up.
actually to the north. Yeah, there's no cover.
Okay. Well, it sounds like the best thing that we can think of is either
Mike Beston.
if we can. He said he couldn't help us with.
No, I'm just saying the Mike Beston thing that you could do.
Oh. We could do that while we wait, but that's more of a personal thing.
Anyways,
Gotta keep focused. Gotta keep focused. If we can find out whether or not there's actually something to prevent us from teleporting onto the tower itself, we could teleport directly on top,
hey,
and they'd have
Hey.
no expectation that that was about to happen.
hey, it doesn't have to be a teleport. There's something called Dimension Door.
You can walk
Yeah,
right through it.
yeah.
It's only up to like a mile though.
Yeah, but that's not the town's less than a mile.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this the town that we're seeing?
Yeah.
The garrison that we're supposed to go into?
The red is the citadel.
And purple's where we're
The
at,
purple
Brisbane
is where
House.
you're at. Yeah.
But we've got to. We need to. What would happen if you tried to dimension door and there's a barrier? Does it just fail?
Most
Yeah.
of the
That's
time.
what would
Yep.
happen.
It would just fizzle, and through doing so, you
It
would know.
says you'd-
However,
you'd get within 100 feet of the intended.
they would
location.
see the door, so they would see the other side of the door. Yeah, they would see the other side of the door. So if you did it and went through it immediately, then you could still get a surprise. But if you did it and then you didn't cast it, they would have seen the door up there. And if you don't go through it, they're going to be on alert. Just explaining how
So
the
what
door
do you guys
works.
think? Try to teleport in somehow, or try to fly while invisible?
Well, I can already tell you Dimension Door is level 4. Teleport is level 5.
Invisibility's like
2, I think.
I don't know.
2.
So are
Or-
we getting
Io
tower?
is totally up for going and scouting the tower.
Yeah, I think you should go scout.
I mean, like
first,
you're
because
asking them to spot something the size of a butterfly, like a big butterfly.
you don't want to do all this stuff and then go up in the tower and someone be on break.
Plus, Seda, can't you cast infinite level 1 spells? Isn't that
I think
like you
she
said
does have.
last time?
I think that is
Yeah.
she's out the pool on that. Let's
Do
see.
you have
I can
Yeah,
go
she
with
has
those.
infinite level ones.
Do you have reduced person as a
Is it
cleric
like a level
oracle?
one?
Yes, it is. If you have it, if it's on your list, you could make
Yeah,
her
she-
even
she-
smaller.
She definitely does have reduced person because she's the one that ended up using reduced person on Firu.
It's not a level 1 spell.
What?
What?
I didn't
It's
cast
definitely a level 1 for me.
You cast it on him because I don't have
Oh,
it.
okay. Okay.
It is a sorcerer, wizard, witch spell. Tay, if you cast reduced person on Io, she'd be.
Oh, the
even
town
harder
looks like
to
a
spot.
Psyduck.
It does.
What about Sida?
The town looks like a Psyduck with the red and blue as the eyes.
Oh my god.
Psy-eye!
Can't see.
How much harder would she be to spot if she was even smaller?
Even harder.
Would it be like next to impossible at that point?
Well, I just gave the hint that it was already next to impossible.
Okay.
Spell on doing it. Just have her go.
All right.
scout.
Yeah.
So have her
just go-
scout and detect magic evil.
I have
fun,
to. I have to do
Aya.
this with a percentage dice. It's such a low chance. But I'm saying there's a chance. I just have to roll a 1. I'm just kidding. Yeah. As everybody silently farts nervously.
Collective holding of breath.
Yeah. So she flies out and she comes back about 10 minutes later. She got a good look at everything. There's only one person up there right now. But as she was flying up, somebody was walking down the stairs up there. So she thinks that they have somebody that's doing rounds. And so there's only one person actually keeping watch, and then somebody that comes up and checks on him every now and then.
So there's an exterior staircase around it?
No, interior. Crocodile
Okay.
alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater.
So did she say there was any magic protecting it or anything?
No, she
Or
detected
did she-
magic. So she got close enough to detect magic. She could not detect any kind of enchantments or anything protecting the place. She didn't sense anything as far as a barrier that prevents teleportation. She did not get close enough to detect any evil.
Okay. So even though the guards that she saw have been in range at that point?
No. She stayed far enough away to stay out of their vision, basically, to
Yeah.
look like a bug flying around.
Okay. Well, it sounds like if we do it, we'd have to get the patroller and the one who's not patrolling quickly. So the best way for us to do it would be as the other guy gets up there. And so I'm saying, usually with those kind of things, especially if they've been doing it for a while, provided they're actually people and not things, people sort of let their guard down when they're together if they're on guard duty or something, because you think, oh, the other person's here, it's less likely for something to happen, and they might be talking to each other. So that would probably be the ideal time to strike, is if we can figure out how their patrols go.
Io said
if they
that
show any signs of.
Io said that this person was alert even with the other person walking around. They had their crossbow at the ready and they were constantly watching.
Okay. Did they look like they were talking to each other at all?
No,
When
they
they got
didn't really acknowledge that each other existed. Like, the person came up, looked over, saw that the other person was still standing there keeping watch, and then walked back down the stairs.
The only way we can do this is by storming the place. I'm talking to everybody else and to her grandmother as well. If we're wrong about this, it'll wreck everything. I don't think we are. There's too much. There's too much that you've told us. There's too much with asking these questions, looking into things. There's too much for it to be a mistake to actually need to go in there.
Brithen
But
looks over to Tay and
can you-
goes, "Did she go to schooling or something? I've never remembered her being this overly critical."
She worked at the school for a little bit as a guard.
I had to learn how to plan. None of the other mercenaries had half a brain between them.
So you picked up the other half.
Yes, I guess I've got a little over half now. So, I think, Grandmother, do you think that all of the guards who you knew from before who worked here, who were normal, other than the captain, do you think that you've seen all of them outside of the Citadel since then? None of them are working there anymore.
They're either dead or not working inside the Citadel.
All right. Well, that lessens the chances that we're making a horrible fuck up then. You said you could get maybe a handful of people if things go south. If we don't come back real fast, can you get them out of here? All right. I'm trying to remember how much
Like,
gold Sabre has
essentially-
on hand.
She'll do her best, but
No promises.
yeah, like, there's wrong in the past, and what she's seen over the past couple weeks. This is a better attempt than anything else that they've done so far.
Sabrith at the moment has, I think, like 100 or so gold in actual gold, and then the rest is on the little credit thing. I think it's 800 or 900. So she's just gonna give her little credit thing and then half of whatever she has in cash and just say, if things go sideways, get yourself and whoever else you can out. You can use that thing in Sharn. Keep it quiet who you are.
Oh yeah, I'm
Because I
going to
apparently pissed
Sharn
off
with
all
this. Hey, you hold on to this stuff. We need to stay as light on feet as we can. We'll just be leaving. Do you forget we can live off the land?
Yeah, but I don't know if this land is over here is going to be worth staying in Corvair. We've got a place in
Stormreach.
Stormreach. If you
Yeah,
can pay for
I know
passage there.
you've opened up a brothel. I get it.
It's a tavern. It's not a brothel.
Yeah, that's what she said last time.
Look, okay, I didn't know everything that was going on there. I wasn't the one on the ownership there. I was just guarding the place. It wasn't my fault.
Sad.
It wasn't my fault as you took the money.
How else was I supposed to eat? Have a nice place to sleep.
Hunt.
I was in a city at that point. Come on.
It's okay. I don't blame you. You take up after your granny.
Hey.
Well, that's for damn sure.
Except for the
I can't
smarts.
stop staring at stupid side gate.
Sigh.
All right. So we're gonna wait for nightfall. We'll use.
Are we
I forgot to
Dimension dooring right
post on
onto
the Tumblr. Oh well.
Well,
we
which
doing?
way do you want to do it? Dimension Door would be using one spell versus if we use invisibility and fly, we can try and get there that way instead. I don't. Can you make stealth checks while flying? Like, is
Yes.
that a thing?
Yep.
Okay.
But you have to have some kind of cover or
Even if you're
concealment.
invisible.
No, if you're invisible, you still have to make stealth checks, but that's concealment. That's why I said cover or concealment.
Oh, okay. Doesn't it give you like a plus 20 or something bonus? But if they're
Basically, yeah.
guards, they've probably got good perception, which will make it difficult regardless. How?
What's your,
just as an
Three caster levels. So you can only bring you and two other medium creatures with one casting of Dimension Door. So you had to cast it
Okay.
twice.
Okay. So when you cast a spell like this is out of character. When you cast a spell like Obscuring Mist, because we've seen Tay cast it before,
Mhm.
does it just suddenly like, boom, and it's there?
I don't know. It's
Or
really
is it something that sort of like coalesces
It's-
so it looks almost normal?
it's really obscure as to what it does, but we know it's a mist. No, it rolls in like fog.
So it sort of could look like it's natural to some extent.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
rolls in.
fog
It rolls in
right?
and swiftly, like it's a fast fog that comes in. It's like somebody took a bunch of dry ice and water and just kind of and put some fans behind it and just rolls in.
So would it be more
But
obvious
where's this
to
mist
use
coming
that?
from? It's very obscure.
Yes, it would be obvious.
Okay, so our best hope then is to just use fly and invisibility.
Hey, you know
Unless
what?
Seda can
Hold on,
also
hold on.
cast Dimension Door,
How
we can
about-
all pop in at the same time.
Well, I was gonna
Giggity.
say, why don't the people that normally can't fly
I don't think Oracle.
go
yeah.
through Dimension Door, and then the people that can fly up?
Because you're the one who can fly, and you're the one who can cast Dimension Door.
Seda, are you able to cast Dimension Door?
No.
I think she just said no. I guess flight and invisibility is how we'll do it then.
Flibisibility.
Invisibility.
Flibisibility. Flibisibility. That's fun to say.
All right. So
Now, here's the thing. Fear doesn't have skills in fly, so...
when you
It's gonna be
cast it on
really
him, he gets a
difficult.
fly speed.
What about
Yeah, but
swim?
you still need a check.
What about the swim?
I don't.
Swimming.
I
for
don't.
the
I didn't
dead?
think
I know
you did when you cast the spell.
So, you need to make a fly check when trying to perform maneuvers or actions. If you are simply moving, you're fine. However, if they noticed you and decided to shoot at you, boom, you need to make a fly check.
Right. And this is like a person trying to become a lich here. I think
Not the
they
person
might have
guarding the
some-
top.
They might have some Eye of Sauron shit going on.
Well, Io didn't detect any magic of that sort around the tower, right?
Right.
But she
Because
wasn't
you
close
said-
enough
you
to
said-
detect evil.
No.
What
didn't
she
get
said
that.
was she detected there's some magic in the tower, but not around.
No,
or
no, no. She
on
didn't do
it.
anything about in the tower. She couldn't get close enough for that.
Oh, I thought
She
you
went
said
to see if there's a barrier around.
Okay, so there's nothing around it.
No. There's nothing. Basically, she went to see if you guys could teleport there. You can. If you guys wanted to fly there, it's not going to be dispelled. You wanted to dimension door, it would work. So
Okay, so
casting
what do you
spells
guys
to get to the outside, to the surface of it, is totally fine.
What do you guys think? Teleport plan or flying plan?
You know what I just realized? I could just summon a beast right up there with them. Just say, take him out.
And that would be
If it can
very
take 'em out.
obvious, yeah.
Yeah.
It would be very, very.
The thing we're trying to do is get it done in like a single round, like, or at least keep them silent somehow. But we don't know who they are. Our assumption is they might not even be alive or human or anything like that.
Well, they could be mind controlled as well, so we don't know.
Well, all
We
we
have no
know
idea
is
what
they're
we're
not
gonna
the people. They're not the regular guards. So
Yep.
Sabras kind of looks
And
over to
the captain of the guard is somewhere in the citadel.
Sabras kind of looks over to Prison and goes, "How often do you have fires around here?
Hmm?
How often does?
Oh, we're still having this meeting
How often have you had fires break out around here?
every day when I set my fireplace.
Dude, Savage getting
I mean,
absolutely
it's not-
fast every second.
I mean, it's not. Granny, I mean, is it not completely out of the question for a fire to break out somewhere in town?
You're talking about arson now.
Is that
Okay,
it? You want to be an Austin? This
I guess
now?
the chances are the average of every city, or town, or village, or anywhere that has any flammable objects. There's a chance.
Okay,
There's a
so
chance.
do you think if we set something on fire, it might distract or get the attention of the people in the Citadel?
Probably not, because they've got plenty of guards sitting outside. They'd send the guards that are outside the citadel to go and deal with it.
Alright.
I'm going to go take a nap now.
Okay, fine. I can't. We need to decide: teleporting or flying.
They're asking for y'all's input. So, Garrett, Seda.
I'd rather not have to fly, honestly.
Fear goes, I don't care.
Hale still has one casting of
Teleport.
She has
Fear
one
doesn't
5th level
care,
spell.
So
Because this is still the same day. I used 3 teleports in one day. One of them was on my staff. Technically, I had 2
Well,
on my
if-
staff. And
Though, if we're waiting and you're worried about that, if we're waiting till nightfall, you can.
it's a rest of
spend
8.
No, you can spend a mythic power point, and you'll get all your stuff back in an hour of rest. Everything except your mythic stuff will come back. All your spell slots. Since we're waiting that long, that's up to you. Do you want to get your 2 level 5 spell slots back?
I think it'd be smart.
Well, you get 1 level 5 spell slot back, but you could put your spells into your staff and then get those back too.
I just said I
You-
think
you
it'd be
gotta-
smart.
Okay, that's a yes then. So we're gonna, I guess, we're waiting till nightfall. And Tay's gonna spend 1 mythic point to do the fast rest thing that you can do with that.
Okay. We wait
What spells are you putting in your staff?
several minutes later.
I don't know. Probably summon monster and another teleport.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you guys are going to then do what?
Is it
It's now
nightfall now?
it is nightfall. She's had her rest.
All right.
I'm fine with whatever.
Okay. Whatever plan you want to
Yeah.
do. Garrett left. He got tired of this shit.
I'm still here, but Garrett left. Yeah.
All right.
Garrett's good with whatever.
I think we should straight up just.
All right. I'm just saying this is our. Wait. Should we have Seda do the augury again on if we go there? Nope. Never mind. Let's just do it.
See,
Let's do
normally
it.
we overthink things, and I
Alright.
think. Alright, go ahead.
Are we doing dimension door or what?
We just no teleport. Teleport gets us all
We
there.
just
in
straight
one.
up teleport. Okay.
Yeah, you're using the teleport stored in your staff.
Maybe we
And we're-
already
well, wait,
readied our weapons before
Yes.
we did the teleport.
I'm assuming you guys had the intent to ambush.
Yeah.
And if we, I would ideally want us to get like to some closeness. She has like that link with her familiar, right?
Yes.
They could use that to give some kind of signal to say like go, and Io could give her a signal when both of them are up there, or when one of them is at the farthest.
Too late.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and look at the map. Scroll all the way to the right-hand side as you guys appear on any open space that you can. One guard is about to head down the stairs. The other guard is looking out over the town. When you guys all appear and get a surprise round.
All right. First off, does Io detect evil from them?
Yes,
Yeah.
she doubles
Yeah.
over in pain.
Oh shit. Do you roll initiative as well?
Hang on. Could I have had a spell ready?
Absolutely. You had the intent to ambush.
I'm gonna cast silence.
Please roll initiative.
What did I hit? I hit it twice. Take the first one. I'm sorry.
I'll take the lower of the two.
What's silence do? Besides silence people?
Negates all sound in a 20-foot radius.
you.
Like, spells.
That will block any of Tay's somatic components and your, verbal.
I can choose for allies. Let me double check though.
Ah.
God, I wasted an 18 back there. Damn it.
Wait, if you rolled an 18, then that's not your initiative.
No, that was her initiative.
No,
It wasn't a roll
My
of 18.
initiative was 20. It was.
Oh, you rolled an 11.
I accidentally clicked twice on the macro.
You
These guys were
wasted a
super
nine.
surprised. Yes, we are finally doing something, and in about 10 minutes we're going to be going on break. Let's
Hey,
do this!
Do you have stuff that doesn't require verbal?
If it in
Her
it's,
hexes no.
Hexes.
okay,
I can slumber them both.
Silence will affect you. It's not mythic yet.
Pretty sure my hexes are fine.
Yeah, hexes don't have verbal components.
I'm trying to make it that way they can't scream for help.
and it's a 20-foot radius centered on you.
I could center it on a place. I could put it in the middle of the room.
So which square? Here. There's no like the middle wouldn't exactly be it if you put it, but if you put it like here, that would get it. That'd get it good.
I could put it here, just in case he tries to run out.
Okay. That'll still get it. All right. So you got some silence there. So I guess technically, Tay, if you went here, you were out of the silent zone. Let me double check that. Never mind. Nope, it's all within it. All right.
The whole thing.
Well, we're gonna put you over there anyway, so you're not next to the guy with the melee weapon.
yeah.
All right.
That's gracious of you.
Io, however, just appears right now.
Sarah needs to whip that guy going down the stairs to get him.
There.
Kind of.
All right. Is everybody
Still
happy
whip
with their
over him?
placement for the ambush? Because it's going to start off with Garrett.
Alright.
All right, Garrett, you get your sneak attack here. Garrett, you would be happier here because you have bullets that you use. So sneak attack with your gun.
Let's go. Alright.
So you rolled a hit. We're just really just rolling to see if you crit.
Okay. Oh man. This new shape.
Garrett, you
be-
should be rolling at a plus 14.
Chain, yeah.
All right, no
Wow.
crit there. Do you or go ahead and roll for your second bullet at plus 14?
Bullet.
You get plus
Plus
14s.
what was that?
Plus 14s on
Um,
both of these now.
Oh, sweet.
All right, it's not a crit. So now you roll 1d8 plus 6.
Plus 6.
And then another 1d6 plus 6.
Hey, yoker. Oh my god.
And then 4d6.
Wait, did you say 1d8 plus 6?
No,
We did
no,
1d8.
no.
Nah, it was 1d8 and then a 1d6.
What was the next one, sorry?
4d6. This is your 2 sneak attacks. No, not that.
You did
4d6.
4d6.
Oh, right. I had one 4D and I was.
There
So
you go.
mediocre. It's crap though.
All right, so you did 24
No, you still-
damage.
He still did 40.
Or sorry, no. Oh, that's 44. This last one you don't do any modifier. It's just roll.
Oh.
It's just 4d6. So that's 13 plus 7 plus 7. 13. 7. 7. You can do it. I believe in you. 4d6.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Wow. Let me
Change
see.
the color of your dice, Garrett.
Let's see here.
Seriously.
that's brutal.
Hang on. I thought he got. Nope, I thought he got the thing where he can reroll a single one. Or sorry, any ones, but
Nope.
Not yet.
nope. Okay. Well, that's just 5 damage on the sneak attack. Sad face. That was a spray and pray right by Savante's ear.
Except we didn't hear it because it was silence.
Yep.
Did it look like he was hurt by that?
So he gets peppered in the back, but he's still standing. It looks like most of it just hit into his armor and the surface of his skin. Flesh
Does it
wounds.
look like he's bleeding on those flesh wounds?
Just flesh wounds.
Yeah, but like where it scrapes, does it look like the flesh is bleeding? Like, is there blood?
Not like a ton of it, I guess.
I just mean, is there any blood?
There's not a ton of it.
Do they? I'll just make a
I
perception check.
Just
I'm just saying there's not a ton of blood.
Okay, but they look alive.
Oh, you can roll a perception for that shit.
Okay.
They look rather alive, yes.
Okay.
they're not undead,
All right.
Bob. You could have just asked, are they undead?
Oh, that's what you're going for. You might want somebody to detect evil or something.
We
We
You already
already
said
had
she
Io
did.
detect evil, and she barreled over in pain.
I said you
Yeah,
might want
take the damn turn.
somebody.
wait. What? I don't understand what that means. Nobody else has detect evil other than. Say that.
I'm confusing you. Go.
Okay, I'm just.
Take a
I'm, gonna
fucking
beat
turn.
I'm just gonna beat the shit out of this guy.
Like you do with all guys, including Jake Metter.
Yes.
Are you going for guy with the crossbow?
Yes.
Holy
Surprise!
shit.
It hits.
That is not a surprise.
It is a surprise. Oh! Does Sab throw herself
Surge it.
over the railing? No.
Nope. Surged it. that's one.
That
for the night.
that last one does not hit.
That is a
Son of a biscuit.
They got some decent armor on. Haha, you broke it, Tay. Breaking breakers.
Is it plus?
I don't even know how. There was nothing else on. It's the light.
Your Earthbreaker just cracks into his back, and you hear bones crunch. You don't hear bones crunch. You feel the bones crunch. Everything's silent. I forget about that. And you definitely see blood going everywhere now. But he's still standing.
Does he go down? Really?
Yeah, he's still standing.
Impressive. Hmm.
Shut up, UPS.
All right. I guess that's really all I can do because that was a full attack.
Alrighty.
Unless I wanted to spend a bunch of surges or anything, but I'm not going to.
What's Tay gonna do?
And I'm gonna go fix the breaker.
I just marked that
I don't
one.
know,
That was the
what-
one that they've
I'll
been
just-
attacking.
I'll before this guy runs off, I guess I'll slumber him if it works.
Okay.
Shut up.
What's the save for slumber?
23.
23. Will save?
Oh God, if I remember that.
Oh, nope. It is a failure.
Oh yeah, and if it's non-mythic, they just automatically fall asleep anyways.
Yeah, but they still make a save.
I doubt that it's gonna happen again.
Yeah, that's... What? I was about to say, I'm all three.
Oh my god.
No, it's this thing she found on a funny site.
Okay, so I'll just say it. So you know those triangles that say pick two and they have intelligent, emotionally stable, and good looking?
Yeah.
Well, I just wrote to Tony. I said this image is a liar. He looked at me confused. I said I'm not really that smart.
Oh my god.
All
Tony
right.
laughed at it because he knows the other two.
All right.
What about the hot crazy matrix?
Firu
That one's hilarious.
looks over to Io and asks, "You sure he's evil?" Io says, "Yes." Firu coup de grace this guy.
Also, Io's gonna go ahead and move. Before
be
my
doing
turn
that.
ended up.
No, you gotta do it on your turn. It's okay though.
It was still technically my turn.
No, it wasn't. Firu already acted.
What happened to that guy?
Firu coup de grace him after making sure Io said that he was definitely evil.
What happened to that guy?
So, Seda, you got something you can do against the guy over on the railing?
I do.
I'm asking you. Are you gonna?
Oh,
Because it's gonna be end of surprise round very soon.
yeah. Let me shoot him.
All
Why
right.
is Seda not on the
She's right here.
Isn't
turn order?
the surprise round?
It's for-
They don't
they
get to
share one.
act at all,
Oh,
If they are surprised.
and they were surprised. So that means that we
Judging
still
by
all
how
go.
things went, possibly.
And then we'd still all go again because we beat their initiative by a lot.
Maybe.
Oh, I got a crit with Lamont.
Roll to confirm. Crit not confirmed.
Can you surge something like
with a
that?
19?
Yes.
You could surge it.
Did I get my surges back?
Mythic Surges, it's a completely new day, basically,
Yeah.
for you.
Okay.
Like, you didn't use any last time, whenever you made this trip. None of y'all rested with Tay. Tay just took the quick hour rest, but y'all didn't need to either. Alright, crit confirmed. I'm going to assume you're going to call enemy.
Yeah, I'm getting a little over on the side here, but
What is that weapon that this one's supposed to be holding, by the way? It looks like a miniature polearm
It's just
Almost.
That's a spiked pike.
Okay.
Spike.
Mm-hmm.
I will use my spike pike.
Spike. Spike.
I will use this spike pike.
And then I will spike you.
Alright, this is going to be a tough one for you guys. So, Lamont gets a crit, or Seda. Option 0, Lamont finally awakens. Option 1, Lamont moves on. Option 2, Lamont returns.
I don't know what any of those mean. Except maybe the moves on. Hmm.
Do it. We put a poll up so that way you guys can do what you want.
Voto.
It is a bow that is a
Sentient
sentient bow that she uses that has been attached to her for a while. Do you still have the? I still have it up on Rise, on the Obsidian Portal.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I also have it right here. Maybe. There we go. Lamont is her
we don't
bracer slash. I know you guys won't be able to fully see it. This is her bracer. It's also a bow. He's been very quiet lately.
Did you actually remember his accent?
No, I actually think it wasn't really much of an accent. It was just him, like me.
We are
It was like a slightly gruff me.
Why so many?
Like- like a Spanish-y gruff.
Awakens and returns.
Two awakens. Why you guys doing return?
It might end up
Because
being
I'm
me.
worried.
No, it doesn't do the beautiful door face.
Could it do the beautiful door face?
Not just anything can do the beautiful door face.
The Crimson Chin.
I'm worried
Lamont
about this.
finally awakens. His head quietly spatters. Can you tell me the tally for Lamont?
3 enemy over whatever ally you never told me.
It was 2
Last
out.
time, no. Last time you
So I'm only
said that.
1 over.
Oh, I thought last time you said that it was. Ally was in excess by like 1 or 2.
No.
So I'm at 2 ally, 3 enemy.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, let me check my page. Double check. Oh, not that page. Yeah. Yeah, you're 1 over to enemy.
Well, you're always going to be 1 over for once you're breaking that tie. Once you're breaking the tie, yeah, you're always going to be 1 over on one of them.
Well, she could actually have been balanced. There's 3 ways this could happen.
Oh.
Yeah. So there could have been a tie. All right. So his head just kind of as the bow hits it. So you guys that are standing right behind him just see everything kind of explode out the front of his helmet. And his helmet kind of like falls onto his neck, and then he falls over. It's a beautiful sight, Sab would say.
Decapitated by bow.
It's beautiful.
It was more like a ping, and then a delayed blast.
Nice shot.
Lamont goes, "Thank you." And then it lurches out of your arm. I'm gonna actually
No,
have to,
come back. It's attached to me.
not now.
Lamont, get back here.
You're the
No.
one who chose Awaken.
Yeah, you did.
Do this for now. As
Whoa!
it as Lamont like lands to the ground and kind of like clack, 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 not making any sounds because it's silent. He rises up in the bow form, and a magical hand, a glowing hand, connects to the bow, and then slowly the arm forms, and it's like a magical girl sequence, except for somebody that looks like
Really, yeah.
I'm waiting to see this.
Oh, hold on.
I want to say if you could
Johnny
take
Bravo?
Antonio Banderas.
Oh my god.
No, if you could take somebody, like if you could take Antonio Banderas from Desperado,
Nice.
something similar to that, but like with a long pointed hat, kind of like bent up on one side, coming down the front. He's got a long, flowing brown duster, and he's looking directly at Seda, and he just gives her a wink and a smile.
And you hear like the guitar in the
Silence.
I
background.
still own you.
You don't really hear anything.
Or you imagine it.
Yeah, and he just kind of like he mouths that you have awakened me, and then
I'll do more
and then
than
he
that.
he goes and gives like a low bow, taking off his hat. His hands all like brushing up against Sab's face as if Sab doesn't even exist there. He's just like all like you're in his bowing range. You're in his range of bowing.
I just picture that.
Sam like swats the hand out of the way.
Just kind of like doing this.
Yeah. And he basically says, from what you can see, that he's at your service.
Oh yeah.
So he's
Alright,
basically
so
become the
I
Baron.
have my harem right now.
Essentially, out of character, this means that you have woken Lamont's assassin form, and that is always
Shadow assassin.
that is
so
what no, you
I
it's a
do,
party
so
member
no,
now.
He's mine.
He's a party member now. You have awoken one of his true forms, and it shall remain thusly since you awoken him at +1 enemy.
Huh? I guess. What happened for ally?
He would have been a party healer, and then if you could have kept him perfectly balanced, he would have been both. He would have been an assassin healer. He could have just appeared behind somebody and went, "For Jesus," killed them and healed you.
That would have been great. Let's just redo that.
All right, so
All
Sab, since we managed to take these guys down quickly, quietly, silently, really, Sab's gonna like sort of make gestures and be like, "We should downstairs."
Well, the silence wears off after time too, so you guys can.
All right.
take
We
him
should
out.
get down there, and we should still try and be quiet because we should still try and be quiet doing it because right now they don't know anything's wrong, but we don't know how often the people inside patrol, and if the number of a dozen was right, there might be 10 more inside.
Bling! What do we do about the bodies?
If we're going through, does it matter?
Well, what if there's another patrol?
Or, they come back as undead.
That's Lamont talking. Obligatory guitar.
Okay. Well, is he like incorporeal or
No, he's a legit dude standing there.
he's legit dude? Okay.
holding
Cerberus
this bow.
doesn't. There's only one way up here, and it's those stairs. If we're going down those stairs, we're gonna run into anybody who'd be coming up
It's
them.
more of a question of, hey, are they going to come back as undead?
Does
That
he
one's
wanna
missing
stand
a
watch
head.
up here at the tower?
I will take care of them
Throw them over the edge?
He's just chucking him over the edge of the watchtower.
for safety.
Does he just want to stay up here and guard us from the watchtower or something?
I can do that.
I don't know. He might be pretty stealthy. He might be best to help go with Garrett.
I've
Try
already
and surprise some people downstairs.
Bree!
Go ahead, Lamont. You do you.
All right, so Daniel, you there?
Yeah.
You wanna go stealth surprise attack some
Garrett,
people downstairs?
Garrett has a little bit of a jealousy boner going on right now.
You see Slate glowing from downstairs.
By slight, we mean like he straight up got a light bright dick.
Yeah, you can see like shining through his like
And,
his zip
um,
and everything.
And on that note, I think we should take a break.
It is time for our break. We'll see you guys in just a few minutes.
Le Monde.